everybody, and welcome to this edition of the Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. And Sam and I are happy to have one of our almost regular guests, Brent Duncan, CHS Athletic Director, with us. Brent, welcome again.
I'm glad to be here, Fran and Sam.
Good deal. Seems like you've got some things to talk about, maybe?
I'll talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Well, first of all, I'm going to talk about the Spartans and their weekend. Sam?
Terrific weekend for the Connersville Spartans. And you go on the road to Rushville, arch rival, dating back to 1908, first time that they played. What a rivalry that is. And to hold any team to 15 points on their home floor and beat them by 30 is quite an accomplishment. I don't care who it is and how weak they may be. To hold a team to 15 points, to me, shows that Connersville Spartans can play some defense.
That was defense 101, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Your impression of the game, Brent, Rushville and Connersville, 45-15 was the final?
Yes.
You were there?
Yeah, I was there. It's a great atmosphere. I think we actually might have outnumbered them in the crowd. But,
the crowd sounded like it.
Oh, no, I've been here since, '89, and I can't remember any other games that's really been that lopsided for the most part. But you always worry about going over to the Lions Den and
well, absolutely.
playing them on their place, and they've always had a quality basketball team. And we kind of took them out of their game early, and I mean they got the lead early. It was 4-3 or whatever it was, and we just kind of put the clamps on them, and they started rushing, and they weren't hitting. And we finally got a little lead, and we got the some momentum going our way. And Noah Belt hit a big shot right at the end of the first half to put a three right at the buzzer, and then of course Dalton Lee got that bucket right there at the end of the third quarter, kept our momentum running. We got the ball back to start the fourth, and of course we held them scoreless in the fourth until the last 30 seconds
Something
maybe.
Like that.
And they hit a three, otherwise they'd only had 12. So
Yes.
we do a pretty good job of defense. Kerry's done a great job
Yes.
since he was in at Rushville of teaching defense without using your hands. And you watch them play, they body and they chest you and they get tall and their arms are always out and not grabbing. It helps. It's just hard to get some penetration.
Shelbyville was an overtime game for the Spartans, more a conventional basketball game than what Friday night
A little
was.
different than Friday night and up and down the floor some, but Shelbyville a good team. And
Are they?
The Kuhn kid, Zach Kuhn, I think he had 31 points, and he was the one keeping them in it. But they really, Shelbyville's a fine team. They're matchup-wise about the same size as us, and just a good game. Remind me of the old South Central Conference days when we would get together with Shelbyville. They were always good games, and of course a nice place to go watch a game at William Garrett Gym.
First quarter was a good one for the Spartan. They had a little bit of a slowdown in the second quarter. Then Shelbyville, they had a lead. Shelbyville tied them. Ended 51 at the end of the ball game, and so it went to overtime. Spartans finally won at 59-57.
Yeah, and turnover right at the end, and it was a little confusing to me exactly what was going on. They put 1.1 seconds back on the clock and awarded Shelbyville the ball, and they tried to get a three-pointer off to win it, and could have, but Grant Smith jumped up and looked like he was playing volleyball and swatted it away and saved the game for the Spartans.
Grant had an alley-oop and a dunk, I believe.
He had
of crucial free throws,
a couple dunks and an alley-oop. Spartans played well against a good team, and I think that first time they'd really been tested, as we know, and but early in the season, I think it was very good for them to have a game like that.
Saturday night, the Pendleton Heights Arabian Horses come, and that should be a good game.
Yeah, if you've been around for a long time, Pendleton's had a quality program.
Yes.
A couple kids played at Butler and wherever else. I'm drawing a blank on their name. The one kid played at Wright State. Duggins was his name. Kellen Dunham played at Butler.
Dunham,
yes.
And they got another kid playing there now, don't they, if I remember correctly. But they do a great job. They're very, very similar to us as far as very skill-oriented, defensive-minded, patient on offense, decent shooters. So hard-nosed kids. It'll be a good ball game.
They're 3-1 right now.
Yeah, they took a whomping by Carmel this past week.
Yeah, 75. They
solid.
let 75 points was put on the board. Speaking of points, Richmond ran into a buzzsaw when they went to Indianapolis and lost 105-51.
I saw that. They got beat by more than they scored. I thought that was a little unusual. So,
It just broke my heart.
well, I know how Sam just loves the Red Devils.
He does. He speaks very highly of them all the time. But 105 points in a high school game, is that close to a record? Brent, do you have any idea?
No, I know. When I coached at Knox High School, Argus put 107 up on it. So,
Well, that might be
I
a
was a
record.
JV
Maybe your
coach,
name's
so-
in the record.
No, I hope not. But it was a long night. I just remember sitting on the bench watching the head coach trying to scratch his head about what we needed to do. It didn't matter.
Score more points.
107 points. I don't.
I won't tell you, I think we had 30 something. It was a whopping. Of course, we got beat that one night at Lawrence North 70 something to 17. So
Mm-hmm.
Does the scoreboard go to 3 digits?
Yes.
It
Does
does.
it? Okay.
It's been a long time since I've
yes,
seen
it
that.
does. It might be a long time when Coach Brown in there because his pace. I mean,
That's
not that
right.
kids won't get out and run. but-
Right. When they're open, they go.
But they don't have, he doesn't give them red lights. He just asks them to get the best shot you can get and make
Sure.
sure you value every possession.
Work for
So,
work for the shot. Right. That's it's working.
yeah, I can't complain.
No way.
It was a long day of basketball for Sam and I. saw Sam eating his favorite place at Stories in Greensburg
It was
Saturday.
good.
so-
Yes,
They were out of banana pie. I think you got the last piece of banana
didn't
pie.
have it. I had apple.
I had coconut cream, and it was really good.
Lady Spartans won one, lost one last week.
Mm-hmm.
Union County, they won over Union County, and Greensburg is at.
And lost at Greensburg, but I thought they played well there,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Brent would agree that they probably played at this point in the season as well as they can play, but they've cut down on their turnovers, and
Good.
they just need to hit a little higher percentage of shot. But defensively, they held Greensburg 30 points under their, or not
Yeah.
30, but maybe 20 points under their average. And
Greensburg's 8-1. I mean, they're no slouch, and they might be the best girls team in the conference.
Gee.
And, I know we ended up being beat by I think 14, but is that about right?
yeah,
But I don't
14.
think the game was a
It was
14
closer
point
than that.
game. It was a single-digit game for the most part.
Mhm.
They made up 3 at the end, and a couple free throws. And of course, you're trying to make shots to get caught up, and sometimes those just don't happen. But I thought overall the girls played really, really well on Saturday. So.
And playing without one of their regulars in Hannah Gross. She's still out
Concussion
with
protocol.
concussion protocol, and that makes the other girls stronger. It's tough sometimes when you have a player out, but you got to make the best of it. And she'll be back, and I think the team will be better.
How did she suffer the injury?
Ran into a screen. That's basically it. The girl from Anderson set a screen in the middle of the floor, and
Okay.
she didn't see it coming, and that was it. Nothing
And,
illegal, just
And just
solid screen, and she just hit it just perfect.
just a hard hit. Now, I'm going to get in trouble here. I got to tell a story that she was over at Rushville the other night, and she had on a blue Kentucky jersey. And I said, when you hit your head, did that make you delirious that you're wearing this blue Kentucky? And I'm going to get in trouble with our Kentucky fans, but it's all in good fun. And she laughed, and that's great that
I think she goes
she
back.
follows the Wildcats.
I think she goes back this Wednesday. She went back last week, and they
Okay.
didn't release her. So hopefully this week she'll get released, and she'll get through her protocol that she's got to do. And you ready to roll?
She has to be examined by a doctor.
Yes, doctor has to release her.
I
I saw
see.
one last Tuesday, I think, and then I think she goes back either tomorrow or Wednesday.
Okay, this week at CHS, the boys' freshman basketball team's at Newcastle on Tuesday. They'll be at Cambridge City on Thursday and home to Pendleton Heights at 6 o'clock on Saturday at Spartan Arena. So they'll be playing the same time
Yeah, the
That-
JV will go on in the bowl.
in the bowl, and they'll
take
be
on
in
the
the
freshman arena.
That's
They're
great.
2-1 on the young season. They're tall. It's one of the tallest freshman teams we've had in a while. So I won't get all their names, but Jacob Brown 6'4", and Trevor Becker 6'2", and
That's
there's
good.
a Hunter Bell kid that's probably about 6'2". So
Hey,
and of course, there's 3 freshmen up on the JV already. So
yeah.
promising. Well,
Oh,
that
it
word
looks-
promising and potential is dangerous. So just never know what happens 2 and 3 years.
And
from
we're
now.
going to graduate several, so we'll need those young guys coming up.
Yeah, we have 5. I think 5 seniors this year. Seems
Mhm.
most we've had for a while. So.
The wrestling team will be meeting South Dearborn Wednesday at 6 o'clock, and they will be at the CHS gym, right?
Yep, they'll be out in the
Right.
gym since
The
the
high
girls
school
are
gym.
playing
Mhm.
Newcastle in the bowl that night. So they're still young, which is great. So Coach is doing a good job with it.
And the rest of the guys will be take part in a Super 5 Saturday. Where's that at?
Rushville,
Okay.
if I remember right.
Okay.
And we're at, yeah, they never put the name. They just put Super 5, 6-team shootout. But it should be at Rushville.
You have to know where to go. I mean,
Yeah, it should be at Rushville.
As long as the bus driver knows.
As long as I got it to Jane correctly, so. But yeah, it should be at Rushville Saturday.
and the co-ed swimmers will be at Richmond on Tuesday. They'll be at Centerville on Thursday, and at East Central on Saturday. So they'll be hitting the road. Swimmers are okay.
Yeah, they do a great job.
Yes.
Daryl does a good job with them, and they're competitive. And they've had a couple tough they had a close loss last week, but you know, they play Centerville Thursday, and that's their pink out night. I know our swim team has sold over 500 pink shirts to help donate to the
Wonderful
cause. And then Saturday, of course, they're going to East Central, which is their swim relays, but our divers are actually going to Fisher Saturday morning in
Okay.
the dive competition. They don't have diving at the East Central relays, so all of our divers will be headed to Fisher Saturday morning just for a diving competition.
TV3 did the swimming meet last week with Batesville. The girls lost, boys won. I was impressed with some of the girls from Batesville. They have a strong team, but our boys team is in a while since they've lost.
Yeah, they did a good job. Last 2 years, they've been really, really strong.
Yes.
You kind of go through those cycle of swimmers, and we're in a pretty good cycle right now. And of course, it helps. We have a middle school program, and then they go right from middle school into cast, and it just kind of keeps going for swimmers.
Yes.
They don't kind of end, but it's always kind of odd to think of Batesville being a pretty good swim team because they don't have a swimming pool. But so they go
they
different
swim
places.
in Lawfrey
They
Creek
go-
down there.
I don't know. They have a boys club or wherever, and then they go to some other gyms to swim. Kind of
Yes.
like Rushville goes to different places.
Yes,
They don't have a gym as well.
pool.
So.
Right. Lady Spartan, as we talked about, will be home to Newcastle Wednesday evening. They'll be home to Lawrenceburg on Saturday at noon at Spartan Bowl. And the boys Spartans, of course, meet Pendleton Heights on Saturday at the Spartan Bowl. At the middle school this week, today, the boys' red basketball team is home to Sunland Dearborn. They'll be hosting an invitational on Saturday beginning at 8:30 in the morning. The boys' white team plays at Sunman Dearborn and plays at Cambridge City Wednesday at 6 p.m. and that will be at Spartan Arena. Lady Spartans are 3-6 right now. Newcastle, who they play, are 5-5, and Lawrenceburg is 4-2. So those teams will be
Well, you know,
battling the.
Corey at Newcastle, she does a great job with their kids, so you know they're going to be fundamentally sound again. Of course, you know it's tradition, and then Lawrenceburg's getting better from where they were, I think, when we first got into the conference. So hopefully, we should get better just because we're going to get older as the season goes on. I said the other day, when you only have 3 girls out of your 21 that actually have a driver's license, that's good and it's bad. That just means you're young. So you know, you have 2 seniors and 1 junior, and the rest of them are sophomores or freshmen. So a lot of them have been playing 8th grade ball just 2 years ago. Now are trying to play that varsity level, and that speed and that size sometimes is a little bit different. It's just a big, long
Sure.
learning curve to get there. But they're getting there, and I see each game they're making improvements and doing things the way they're supposed to be doing. So
Coach
hopefully
Thompson and
that'll
I talked on Saturday that we're going to surprise somebody.
Right.
And I really think we will. That
maybe
that
tomorrow night or Wednesday night.
maybe
will be it.
Wednesday night. And that could be it. The good news is that one's at Spartan Bowl, home court advantage.
Nothing like playing on that court.
That's right.
So, of course, Saturday, you know, big day Saturday. So.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a second. I do want to give the area teams. Rushville, the boys basketball teams, Rushville is 0-3. Franklin County is 1-0. Their one win was over Centerville. They get a really late start on the basketball
Right.
season, don't they?
Yeah, it makes you wonder why sometimes.
It really does. Union County is 2-1. Centerville is 2-2. Cambridge City, Rodney Klein's got those kids running along 4-0 right now, so they're having a good start. The Lincoln guys, and Richmond is 1-3. Something going to happen Saturday at Connorsville,
Well,
I
don't know if there's
understand.
something, but there's a lot of things.
Several.
Well, you can start in the morning, you know, at home. You got the girls playing at noon.
Right?
As soon as they're done, the girls and Coach Thompson will prepare themselves for their spaghetti dinner that night. Adults tickets are $6, and the children's are $4. Come eat your spaghetti dinner starting at 5. Of course, the boys play at 6. And sometime along that time, about that time, some of the remaining members of the 72 state championship team will be coming in. They're going to be recognized a little bit somehow, some way, Saturday night.
Great.
45th anniversary. Jimmy Free kind of got the ball rolling. Coach Dickerson's not in great health, but not horrible. But they're concerned if 50 rolls around, he may not, with his health problems. So I know 5 of the 8 are coming back for sure. I know Phil will be here. Gerald Thomas will be here. Jeff Jones, Jimmy Free, and of course Larry Miller will be here. Vaughn Fields was coming until just 2 days ago, and Gary Redelman's in Florida, and Charlie Ford said he had a previous engagement. Of course, Marty and Jerry both have passed away.
Yes.
And then I know Coach Dickerson's coming, and I have not heard back from Coach East yet. So we'll get at least 6 of the 12, counting the coaches, back in the bowl on Saturday night, and they want to have a little meet and greet. I forgot where we'll put that at, and we'll go from there. And then we got Spartan extravaganza with all the little girl out there dancing in the afternoon and night. So it'll be a long day, but it'll be a fun-packed field day.
At Silcox, you mentioned in Mr. Basketball, he's going to sing the national anthem.
He did. Somebody asked me if his vocal cords are ready, and I can't remember. I think Jim asked him, and he said, my cords are always ready to sing. So he's going to do the honors of singing the national anthem Saturday night for the boys' game. We'll go on.
Is there something about if you bring a toy that you can
yeah, I even forgot about that.
Walk through without a ticket?
Yeah,
Tell
if
us
you bring
about that.
a new unwrapped toy to either the girls' game or to the boys' game on Saturday night, Saturday afternoon, you have to do one for each game. So you get free admission in the game. I say free, of course, you bought the toy, but they're going to help Fayette County CASA for underprivileged kids to have toys. Last year we got over 250, and it'd be great this year if we got over 500. So counting between the boys' game and the girls' game. But if I personally go myself, I'll take a new toy to the girls' game and I get in free. Then I go back to the night game. I take another new toy and I get in free again. So.
Do you normally pay?
Do I normally pay? I guess that's one small perk.
It's a great cause. Radio station's been helping out with that and advertising, and yeah, we want to double what we saw last year. And that's one toy, one admission.
Correct. So if you got a family of 5, you got to bring 5 toys. So, but that's a small price considering that some of the kids in Fayette County don't have much, and be nice for all of them to be able to open up on Christmas morning and have a present waiting on them somewhere, someplace. So it's a good cause.
And it's our community over the years has been very giving.
Very.
We've had our economic problems, but it's a very sharing community.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
I think it's a great idea, and I'd like to see the bowl feel like it was with Union County.
I'd take that every night.
That'd be a lot of. Oh, you would.
I kind of joked the other night at the Union County game. I said I'd really like to have 2 things happen. I'd like to have the fire marshal write me a ticket because I'm over capacity, and blow out my halftime. Well, we kind of got one of those taken care of, but I really don't want the ticket. But it'd been nice. It was pretty packed. I'm guessing 4,500 people if I was just trying to put my number on it, just by gauging.
Well, it looked like a big crowd. Of course, it holds almost 6,000 people.
A little over 5,100 without those temporary seats at the top.
Right. So
we're listed on Harold's website at 5,847, and I tell everybody it holds 5,847.
It does. We'd have to find them bleachers again.
Yeah.
And of course, you used to have those on the ends
On
that
the
pulled
end,
out in the
pull it,
corner
yeah.
sections.
Yeah.
So
So
if it got there, I'm sure we could find something to put in there.
So about 5,100 without the bleachers, is that right? Okay.
I think the number on the wall says 5,134. So I would probably say there's 6 or
And
7
it's,
bleachers at the top.
We were at Shelbyville the other night, and I looked at theirs, and it's about, on Harold's listing, about 30 less. And we put just enough in back when we were hosting regionals, so Shelbyville couldn't take the regional from us.
Yes.
And if you remember that.
Yes.
And somehow we figured that out so that we could keep it, because then it was by gym size. So.
Well, I know the Shelbyville AD said that our crowd Saturday night was the largest crowd they'd had from visitors, and she didn't know how many.
Isn't that something?
So I would say we had more than they did, if I'm just going off the top of my head. So
We travel well.
Were more people from Connersville than Shelbyville?
I'm guessing we had 500 plus there.
Really?
Yeah, tremendous.
Maybe more.
Tremendous. This team,
Well, I
or
could hear
this
the
town
crowd.
loves
I mean, you could hear the crowd behind you guys, and I didn't realize though that it was.
Yeah, we probably had.
that.
It's great that we had probably had 40 high school kids there still making their cheer blocks. So I'd like to see those things continue to happen.
Yes.
We had to move them once, but
had several of the Lady Spartans. They'd been at Greensburg for the day, and they showed up to cheer on the boys.
Nothing like Spartan pride, and it's really showing.
No, and I know it's a selfish statement for me, but when your athletics are going well, everything in the school seems to be so much more positive and
I'll bet.
upbeat, and the kids are more into things, and trying to get the middle school kids to try to jump in on board with us. And when our cheer block's up going, we'd like for them to get into the cheer block, and instead of having the high school side standing and the middle school side sitting, we wouldn't mind having that whole end standing.
Sure.
Let's just get them all involved at one time so they
Sure.
learn what it's like at starting at the 7th grade. So.
Well, I know the Spartans are happy to be back home, and it's a great atmosphere. And I think Saturday night will be a crowd.
Yeah, I would think so. 2 quality basketball teams.
Yes.
Consistently.
Yes.
We've struggled with Pendleton Heights over the course
we
of the
have.
year, so
We
they did a
have.
great job.
Yes.
I think last year was the
It's a good
first year we beat them, and maybe
For a
forever.
long time, yeah.
Yeah, they're not an easy team. Not an
Very
easy
well
team to
coached and
beat.
very fundamentally sound, so it'll be another dogfight.
Okay, what else is going on in the athletic department at CHS?
I don't know, come and buy your all sports tickets for next year. We might start making maybe for science for Christmas presents or something. So amazing, we're still selling them. We got Spartan wood floor on sale for still. If you want to come out and get somebody a special present for Christmas that's a big Spartan fan, you can come out and buy a piece of the wood, and
And
we'll be happy to sell it to you.
You've got some tickets for that event on January 7th?
Yeah, January 7th. At the home games, I'll put the box back out, but you can buy that Indiana-Kentucky Challenge Cup ticket for
Yes.
$10. I'd prefer them to buy them us. I didn't pay quite $10 for them, but you're going to pay $10 at the door, so we get a little. That's how we kind of get paid for
Sure.
giving up a home game. So if you're going to buy your ticket, come out and buy it from the athletic office. We'll make a couple dollars off the ticket sales from what I had to pay for them, but that helps offset that we don't have a home game we had to give up to get there. And then
You'll have them at the bowl for sale?
we will have them at the bowl every game night. We'll start them. I put them out at the Union County game, and then I'll have them sit out again at this week for the girls game, and I'll take them Saturday and buy them there to ticket. We only have 250 of them in hand to buy off of me, so if you can't get in the first 250, you'll have to buy at the door. You're going to pay $10 at my place or $10 at their place. So come and buy them from me. We'll get a little bit of money for giving up a home game, but that's the only money we get for going. We just had to give up our game to get there. So.
And the Spartans and the Kentucky team is kind of the highlight there, the night game.
Yeah, I kind of think so. As you think of girls, Greenfield's playing in the girls' game at the 11 o'clock, and I think West Washington's the first game at 1 for the boys, and then it's either Cloverdale or Oak Hill, one of the two next, and then the Spartans and the Louisville Ballard, whatever they are the nightcap at 7. So it'll be a good ball game. And of course, Coach Brown said he went scouting the other night to see Manuals, and I know we played them on our own, but he said they were 6'6", 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", so we might get a little experience with a little size coming here in about a month. So it'd be nice to have them coming to our place this year, but we're going to their place this year. So
Yeah, it would be nice to have them here at Spartan. Spartan
it's always
Bowl.
better to play that size in your gym.
Yes.
Okay, and I know when you were on earlier, you talked about you have the spring sports already lined up.
Yeah, we're pretty much squared away. I was working on softball today. Knightstown had to drop us from their tournament because Blue River now has a softball team, and they're in the conference, so you can only play so many games. So he emailed me earlier, about a week or two ago, and told us we were going to have to cancel the tournament that we were in. So I was actually on the website today looking for another tournament, so I've got 2 options. So we just have to get rid of 1 doubleheader game. So we only played 26 games in a tournament, and I got 27 games now, so one of the doubleheaders may become a single game. So you might be in the winter season, but you're always thinking ahead. And
Sure.
I just assigned 2 officiating crews for football last week for the years 21, 22, and 22, 23. So it's amazing that
Hope
you're
those
scared.
are younger guys.
Well, some of them didn't have very many years experience, 3 or 4, so we're hoping. But I called a couple places, and they've done the Carmel, and they've done some games in Indy, and they were okay with them. So you always hate that question when you've not hired them before. But it's funny that you're talking 6 years down the road before you're hiring football crews. So.
But you have to have 5 officials for.
Yeah, football's a little different. Everybody kind of schedules out because there's just so many crews in the state, and everybody
Sure.
works together. So you don't want that 89th crew. You want those top 88, those top ranked crews. So you try to get out there early as you can and get some people down here.
So you're on the phone a lot.
On an email, text messages, it seems like it's, the old days of, I always wonder how they did with pencil and paper and the snail mail where it took 4 and 5 days to get the letter to them and get it back and get it
Yes.
done, and it's in triplicate form. And right now, the AD I'm dealing with has the same software I have. I can send it to him electronically. He can send it back to me electronically. We don't even have to touch it. It puts our signatures on it, schedules it in the thing for you, and you're done. You can do it in 5 minutes and you're both sitting at your desk. So this makes it nice.
Absolutely. Got some improvements underway, I think, on the campus at CHS.
Yeah, our,
Sports.
in conjunction with the WCC kids, our press box concession stands almost getting there. It's
Good.
getting the siding put around. That red metal siding looks really good on the east side of the building, and they were out working on it today, and we're in preliminary talks of looking at the old JV baseball field, converting it into a new softball diamond. So we always got things on the wraps and trying to get things planned and get them out there, trying to make improvements here and there. So hopefully for the kids, it's better for them. And it'd be great for the public with restrooms out at the soccer field and a softball field. So.
Spring sports begins late March.
Yeah, actually, track will start practice in February because they have a couple indoor meets. So.
Okay.
And everybody will be up and running before spring break gets here. It's in the middle of March, and then first game for like baseball is April the 2nd, and we're ready to roll.
That'll be here.
Won't be long before we stand out in cold weather.
That's right.
So,
It'll be here before you know it. It will be.
Yeah, it just never ends. It's just one of those cycles. It's hard to me, isn't it? For girls basketball, we're almost halfway in the middle of the season, and it seems like we started.
Right, January, they finish the season because early February they begin a post-season.
And, of course, Rumble on the River is coming for the girls, and the Wedding's coming for the boys. I think the Wedding's down a little bit, a couple teams. There's only 12 teams in it this year instead of 16, so they're doing some pool play.
Yeah, that's what I had read, pool play.
I think Rumble has 8 or 9 teams in it, so I don't have the schedule in front of me, but we play the second game on the first day on the Rumble, and we're all excited. So.
And did I read on the Wedding that of course, a lot of the games are played at Tiernan Center, but this year instead of playing at Earlham, they're playing at the new facility at IU East?
Oh.
Or did I read that wrong?
I just forwarded and looked through to see the games. I didn't read the details yet, so I'll have to go back and double check and see if they're playing at the new place at IU East. I would say it's a good possibility since they've shared so many things back and forth. So
Yeah.
I looked at who
IU
was
East
in
has
it,
used Tiernan
what
Center
the
for
schedules
years.
were, but I didn't look at the venues. I just because I'm at the Spartan Classic, so I never get to go hardly watch any of the games at the Wedding. So I'm watching 884 wrestling matches. So with 32 teams in it. So.
That's December.
December 29th and the 30th for the Classic, and of course the Wedding's the same weekend, 28th, 29th, and 30th, I believe, off the top of my head without going looking at the calendar.
Who do the Spartans play in Richmond in their tournament?
You know what? Homestead was one of the teams, and I can't remember. I did look at the pool last week one day, but I don't remember now.
Is it the Homestead Spartans? Is that
They are the Homestead Spartans, but it seems like Homestead was one of them.
I saw it the other day and I forget.
ND. I'd have to go back and look. I'll put that up on the website here before long, and you can go to ConnersvilleAthletics.com.
I did
I'll put the schedule up.
I did see where Richmond and Seton are in the same pool, which I think is interesting that,
Last year they didn't want to be after the Seton kicked their fanny.
yeah, but.
He's gone.
He's gone. so they'll play him now.
Yeah.
And the Lady Spartans, do you know who they'll be playing on the Rumble in the River?
No, I have not seen.
Okay.
I just know we're going to play game 2 of the first day because we asked not to have to. We spend the night down there, so it's better if we don't have to spend 2 nights. But if we have to play the early game on the first day, there's no way to get up and travel at 5 in the morning.
That's at Madison?
It's at Madison,
Okay.
southwestern Shelby.
Okay.
Or I mean southwestern Hanover.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit south of Madison and to the west, just about 5 miles.
Nice facility.
It is a very good facility.
Yeah, we wish the girls the best of luck in that and this week in their games and everything. And of course, the Spartans will be tangling with Pendleton Heights come Saturday. Saturday's a big day. We talked about it. Hopefully the fans will turn
It's
out.
packed for the girls and the boys. The ladies take on the Lady Tigers Saturday, so.
Thank you. Brent Duncan, our CHS Athletics Director, our guest here on this edition of the Spartan Sports Report here on TV3. Thanks for watching, everybody.